Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is English Bulletin with me, Yutsab Bhattrai. The top stories first. National Martyrs Week to commence from today. Homage being paid to the sacrifices made by martyrs for the establishment of democracy. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli reassures fair and impartial midterm election, directs the security personnel to eliminate security threat at the source. Motion of no confidence filed against Bagmati's Chief Minister Dormani Paudel, hearing to take place on February 4. British Prime Minister affirms new variant of COVID-19 found in UK more deadly, assures the effectiveness of vaccines. And Real Madrid's coach Zinedine Zidane tests positive for coronavirus. Club confirms the Frenchman has been placed in quarantine. And now the news in detail. In honor and memory of soldiers and individuals that obtained martyrdom to establish and protect the democracy of Nepal during different eras, National Martyrs Week will be observed throughout the nation with different programs starting today. Programs will commence from today, that is 23rd of January, and will continue throughout the week. Special programs and rallies have also been planned for 29th of January, that also happens to be the Martyrs' Day. Although Martyrs' Day has been religiously observed every year, government has been criticized of not fulfilling martyrs' dream. Freedom fighters Shukraraj Shastri, Dharmabhakta Mathema Dashrath Chand and Gangalal Shrestha, who were sentenced to death for their battle for people's rights, are remembered and respected as the four leading martyrs in country's political history. Dharmabhakta was hanged in Sifal on Magh 13 and Dashrath Chand and Gangalal were gunned down at Shobha Bhagwati on the Nepali month of Magh, the date 15th, by the autocratic Rana rulers. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has informed preparations have been made to conduct the first phase of election at Province 2, Gandaki, Lumbini and Far Western Province. Addressing a program organized in the occasion of a 20th Establishment Day of Armed Police Force yesterday, Prime Minister Oli restated about the first phase of election that will commence from Province 2, Gandaki, Lumbini and Sudur Paschim Province. Likewise, preparations are underway to conduct elections at Province 1, Bagmati and Karnali Province as well. All Nepali citizens share the equal responsibility of carrying out the midterm elections on 29th of April and 10th of May later this year peacefully, Prime Minister Oli said. The elections will commence without foul play, the Prime Minister added. Prime Minister Oli also emphasized on the role of security units during and prior to election. Prime Minister requested the security personnel to take action within the limits of due process of law, indicating towards the chaos that might emerge before the election. Prime Minister directed the security units to stay alert and eliminate any threat at the source. In other news, a no-confidence motion filed in the State Assembly against Bagmati Chief Minister Dormani Paudel has been tabled in the House. MP Arun Nepal has tabled a no-confidence motion against Chief Minister Paudel in the House of Representatives on Friday. Introducing the no-confidence motion in the State Assembly, Nepal, who is also the former Minister of Industry, Forest, Environment and Tourism, said that no-confidence motion was registered, saying that Paudel had failed to establish the state in 3 years. Nepal also said that the role of the state government during the pandemic was weak and people's trust in the state has been weakening. As soon as the proposal was tabled, Speaker Sanu Kumar Shrestha adjourned the next meeting of the Provincial Assembly till 2 p.m. on February 4. Speaker Shrestha informed that the discussion on the no-confidence motion will move forward in the next meeting of the State Assembly. A no-confidence motion was signed in the State Assembly on December 26 with the signatures of 45 lawmakers from the Dahal Nepal faction of NCP. The same proposal was tabled in the meeting on Friday. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. Coronavirus has claimed 7 more lives in the country, taking the death toll to 1,986. The government yesterday confirmed 302,000 new cases of 302 new cases of coronavirus across the country. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 268,948, while the number of active cases has dropped to 3,764. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, altogether 263,348 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country so far. Nepal is currently among the top 44 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The US still tops the list with 25.38 million confirmed cases, followed by India with 10.64 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 98.7 million people across the world and claimed over 2.11 million lives. Meanwhile, Nepal Rashtra Bank has intensified the campaign to make payment through QR code in vegetable and fruit market across the country. NRB, which has launched a campaign to make payments using QR code in the Naxal and Kalimati vegetable and fruit markets in Kathmandu, also launched the system in Nakku vegetable and fruit market in Lalitpur on Friday. The payment service through QR code has been brought into operation in coordination with Nepal Rashtra Bank, Global IME Bank and Nakku Vegetable and Fruit Market. Launching the QR code, the officials even bought a kilo of mushrooms. In line with the NRB's policy of promoting cashless transactions, payments from QR codes have been promoted as a nationwide campaign. And now the news from Economic Front. Gold and silver traders have demanded scrapping the quota system being implemented in gold imports. In a meeting with Federation of Nepalese Chambers of Commerce and Industry FNCCI President Shekhar Kolcha, the newly elected officials of the Federation of Nepali Gold and Silver Merchants on Friday requested the Federation to provide necessary assistance to the gold and silver traders in their demand for removing of the quota system. FNCCI President Manikratna Shakya said that the FNCCI's support was expected to implement the issues of running businesses smoothly, making necessary policy arrangements for export promotion, operating gold and silver training centers in the country and setting up a raw gold processing center. On the occasion, President of the Federation Golcha expressed his commitment to provide all possible assistance to solve the problem of gold and silver traders. We'll be taking a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international and sports news. Welcome back, and now the international news. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has affirmed that new English variant of COVID-19 found in the UK has contributed to large casualties. Prime Minister Johnson had cited data from mathematicians that compared death rates in people infected with both new and old version of the virus, BBC reported. Prime Minister still assured that both vaccines in use are effective against the virus. BBC has quoted the Prime Minister from his Downing Street briefing as he said the new strain of virus has been rapidly spreading across the country and possesses high mortality rate. Prime Minister also informed that this new variant of the virus was first identified in London and South West according to new evidences. It's largely the impact of this new variant that means the NHS is under such intense pressure, BBC quoted Johnson as saying. UK has recorded a total of 3.58 million cases and has also recorded 95,981 deaths due to coronavirus so far. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Real Madrid boss Zinedine Zidane has tested positive for coronavirus. The Spanish club issued a short statement announcing that the 48-year-old had the virus but gave no further information about his condition or any implications for the playing squad, BBC reported. Zidane has been under pressure for Real's poor run of results, including Wednesday's Copa del Rey defeat by third division team Alcoyano. Despite a run of cup defeats, the Spanish champions are on an 8-game unbeaten run and will look to extend that run when they face Albs on Saturday. The Los Blancos are currently second in the La Liga table after 18 games, 7 games adrift of city rivals Atletico, who have a game in hand. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. National Martyrs Week to commence from today, homage being paid to the sacrifices made by martyrs for the establishment of democracy. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli reassures fair and impartial midterm election, directs the security personals to eliminate security threat at the source. Motion of no confidence filed against Bagmati's Chief Minister Dormani Paudel, hearing to take place on February 4th. British Prime Minister affirms a new variant of COVID-19 found in UK as more deadly, assures the effectiveness of vaccines. And Real Madrid's coach Zinedine Zidane tests positive for coronavirus. Club confirms the Frenchman has been placed in quarantine. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.